Hi, welcome back. I am at Home Depot and I'm just taking a look to see what their stock is like right now. Now that the outdoor season is winding down, I just came in to see what new houseplants they have in stock. A lot of times, a lot of you mention that there's nothing at your Home Depot, and sometimes I feel like that too. Sometimes I feel like, everything's so boring, nothing's interesting. So today I challenged myself to find 5 plants that I would honestly and genuinely take home with me if I didn't already have these plants at home, or if I came with the intention to shop and get new plants. Okay, I'm challenging myself to find beauty here. Let's do this together. And in the comment section, I want you to tell me which plants you would take home. It doesn't have to be 5. And you know what? If it's none, that's fine too, right? But let's find beauty in the plants here. All right, so as we go, we're taking a look at what's in stock. They've got Sansevieria here. And you know what? I find Sansevieria a lot of times are expensive at a lot of places, but I just checked out the price here, and these guys, these are in 17 centimeter pots. No idea what that means in inches, but these are for $20. Now these prices are in Canadian, so it'll be convert to a little bit cheaper in the US. But I think that's actually not bad. 20 bucks, and you can put this in a lower light area. Again, plants always need light, even Sansevieria need light. But yeah, I think for 20 bucks, this is a beautiful plant. You have a little pop of color, you have a little bit of variegation. It'll be a nice plant for an area that you sort of want to spice up, but an area that's a little bit of low maintenance, an area that maybe you don't visit very often, you know, and you probably would only end up watering it like once a month, but still it needs light in order to survive there. I would honestly pick this up if I was shopping for plants and if I did not already have one. I have 2 of these guys already, so I'm good. And I think I paid a pretty penny for the big one that I have. I think I paid 40 bucks for it. And it was just about double the size of this guy here. I think it was actually this size, if not a little bit bigger, but this is for $27.98. So still, I find the prices have come down a little bit. So down below, there's the bonsai plant. It's a ficus microcarpa, and these are for $99. These are a pretty big size. I know it doesn't look like it, but this is my hand here next to the entire plant. Give you a little bit of an idea. And I have small hands though. All right, so let's shimmy on over to some more of the houseplants. Here's another plant I would definitely pick up if I were shopping for plants. One of my favorite types of pothos is this one here, and this is a marble queen pothos. And I find at Home Depot, their marble queens are always highly, highly variegated. They have a lot of very white leaves. Sometimes it's more white than green. And I love their selection of the marble queen, especially if you catch the plants on a day that they either just got watered or soon after they got their shipment in. I find you can find a really nice bunch of the marble queen pothos here. This is one of my favorites. It doesn't revert easily. It's very easy to trigger the variegation on this if it does get a little bit lower, and these are only for $11.98. And I would get a small pot because we know that epipremnums are super easy to propagate. You could make a big pot of this in like no time, and they will grow like weeds for you. Beautiful, easy going, and yeah, these are pretty good. Next to them are the Diffenbachias. These are for $11.98. You know, maybe they could use a little bit more love. A lot of people seem to struggle with Diffenbachia. I find they're a very easy genus, at least for me. They're just extremely thirsty. Extremely thirsty. Okay, down below they've got some, I think these are Dracaenas. I always confuse this genus here. They've got some stripes on them. Inside has like a lemon. I mean, when I say inside, I mean in the back they've got a lemon lime one. And then next to me here, or next to it I should say, are spider plants. Now I know this video is about plants that I would buy, but let's just sprinkle in here a couple plants that I would not buy. Spider plants, I'm so sorry, I would not buy spider plants. I find they are very easily triggered by spider mites. or their spider mites attract them, and I feel like they multiply so quickly you can't quite get a grip on just how many there are. If you can hear a lot of noise in my background, someone has triggered all of the Halloween decor, which I guess they found quite interesting. All right, next to that is a philodendron all green. These are for $11.98. Now, I love me some heteroeciums. Is that what they're called? They are my favorites, especially when you wash these leaves. Ah, they're just beautifully, I don't know how to explain it. They're glossy, but sometimes they're matte at the same time. I can't explain it. Cannot explain it. Absolutely gorgeous. I've seen many lush, beautiful versions of this plant. If I loved, I'm more of a variegation kind of girl, but if I liked all green leaves, I would definitely pick up one of these. These are for $11.98. But because I'm more of a variegation kind of girl, the third plant I think I would get is the Philodendron Brazil. Again, all of this if I did not already own this. The Brazil, at first for me, it was a little bit tricky, but I can't tell if it was because of the care I was giving it. I think a lot of people were saying that, oh, they don't need a whole bunch of light, you know, and I think I was under lighting or I wasn't giving my Brazil enough light in the beginning, and I did too much too fast, and we struggled. But I feel like the Brazil is a pretty solid plant. The selection of these ones aren't the best here. Maybe the ones on the insides are a little bit better. Just looking for pests. I don't know why I'm looking for pests. It's not my plants, but yeah. But yeah, some of these here look a little bit better. So another bunch of plants that I would never get in general are these marantas, these pearl plants. They are just too finicky to me. I feel like they're absolutely gorgeous. I can admire them. They're a plant that I will admire in someone else's collection. I talk about this a lot on my channel. We would benefit a lot from accepting the fact that there are some plants we probably shouldn't own and just enjoy in someone else's collection. Click on that video, look at that person's beautiful lush version of that, but doesn't necessarily mean that your conditions and environment can, and your care style can help one of these to thrive. And for me, that's one of them. All right, so if we shimmy on over, we get a couple more of these, of the smaller plants here. Like, look at that. Look at that. This is what I mean. Look at the variegation on this Marble Queen. Gorgeous. They've got baby Scheffleras here too. It's so funny. When I come in, I'm totally unimpressed by the stock. And then when I slow down and make a video about it, I'm just like, oh my goodness, there are so many gems here. Like, I don't know. It just takes me a moment to really take a look at what's here. I really love the colors of these. This is gorgeous. Look at the undersides of the leaves. Absolutely stunning. So cute, so cute. I'm, again, the Pilea or Peperomia, I should say. I think these are Peperomia. Another genus that I choose to enjoy in someone else's collection. All right, so what are we at now? Plant number 4. Oh my goodness, I have way more than I thought I would. Number 4 is Hoya. I would definitely pick up, and I have picked up quite a few Hoya from Home Depot. Hoya are so resilient, and most of them, especially the thicker leafed or thicker stemmed Hoya, they propagate so easily that I definitely would pick up Hoya, and I have picked up a lot from Home Depot. I got a Corniana Super Silver from Home Depot for $1 last fall, I think it was. That was just about a year ago. It was riddled in flat mites though, so that's the only thing. If you're picking up, especially Hoya from Home Depot or any plants, be sure to treat them really, really, really well for pests, because you know, right? Do that for every plant that enters your collection. But this is a Corniana. I think this is just like a splash. Like, this is definitely a Corniana. The price is probably $6.99, $5.99, $5.98. So not bad. Pretty tiny. Ooh, I did not see this here. This looks just like a Lonesome Crimson Queen. Look at that. I wouldn't specifically get this one though. I wouldn't buy that. Let's be honest here. Let's not get carried away. Yeah. And then down here they've got a couple more plants. And that's what they've got down here. They've got some Anthurium, and I can never remember the names of this genus right here. I have no idea why it never stays with me. All right, so over here they've got some Monstera. I guess we could say that this video is a mix of plants I would and would not buy from Home Depot. I would not buy Monstera from Home Depot. I'm pretty sure you could just go on Facebook Marketplace, or I'm pretty sure you have a friend. You have a friend with a Monstera. They propagate so easily. You can get a cut-in from someone. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can find people giving away Monstera plants. But these I think are, ooh, I can't find the price. Okay, over here they've got peace lilies. These are for $29. Spathiphyllum. And then in the front are orchids. Ooh, $9.98 on the orchids. I did not expect that number. Ooh, that's a great price. I just saw some orchids somewhere else and I forgot to check the price. But that's nice. I bet it's $9.98 for the smaller ones. But how much are the bigger ones? Are these big ones the same price? Are they $9.98 too? There's no price on them. So are they the same price? Oh, they're $21.98 for the big ones. All right, someone activated the Halloween decor again. So let's shimmy before you can't hear me anymore. We're just gonna head over to the other planty section. So if you're going to your Home Depot, be sure to check, look around, because a lot of Home Depots will sort of split their plants up into two spots. So, you know, don't underestimate it. Do a thorough check before you assume that your Home Depot doesn't have any plants. All right, so up here they've got some more of the hanging tropicals, more of the philodendron. Down here they've got the stromanthe, so pretty, $26.98. They've got tiny adansonii, the Alocasia quicksilver for $26.98. They've got rubber trees for $15. They've got the tinekis. They've got ZZ plants for $22.98. All right, they've got some more Ficus benjamina here. A plant I wouldn't risk getting from Home Depot just because of how sensitive they are to spider mites as well, and I wouldn't want to risk introducing that because the leaves fall off so easily. Another plant I would buy from Home Depot is this guy, the Monstera Thai constellation. And you've seen some of my older videos, and if you haven't, you should probably go check them out. I'll put the thumbnail across the screen where I've seen Tycons at some insane prices at Home Depots. These guys though, I think because they're a little bit bigger, they're for $79.98. They're in 21 centimeter pots. They've got decent variegation. I would buy Tycons, like I mentioned, from Home Depot, but I wouldn't buy these because I have seen them for a lot cheaper at other Home Depots as well, like in different sizes. So definitely shop around, visit other Home Depots. Monstera is a genus that's so resilient. So if anything had to happen, if you had to chop it up and restart, like super easy. I definitely would buy a Tycon from Home Depot, just not this one. All right, what else is in stock here? They've got the goldfish plant up above. Down below, they've got some more adansonii, but they're on poles. These are for $25.98. And then they have a few more of the same plants that we just saw on the other side. Another plant that I would definitely pick up is the golden pothos. I have seen some of the most beautiful golden pothos at Home Depots. When they have a new batch, they have the most beautiful. Some of them have gigantic leaves, gigantic. I'm not in love with the golden pothos because I find it reverts a lot faster than some of the other pothos. But if I was interested in ever trying it again, I would definitely pick up one from Home Depot. Great prices, great selection on them. Maybe not so much here today, but I would keep my eye out. I would buy it from Home Depot. It's for $11.98. Ooh, look at that. I heard something I'd totally get. This looks like the, I always forget this, the pinstripe. But I bet they just have it here as, oh, they do have it as a silver stripe. It's for $11.98. Definitely another easy to propagate plant that you don't need a fancy expensive version of. You can just like multiply it and get a nice version very easily. All right, so that's what's in stock here. I'm trying to go slow because sometimes a lot of you say, some of you say I go too fast. Sometimes I'm just excited to move on and get to the next plants. So I'm sorry. So hopefully this is a good pace for you. Another plant that I would get, oh my goodness, like this list is getting longer than I thought it was going to be. I would get aloe. I would get aloe vera from Home Depot, 100%. It doesn't have to be fancy from a fancy place. It's only $5.98. They're really great sizes. I mean, yeah, I probably should get an aloe for my home. I used to have one long before I knew how to properly care for houseplants. And as you can imagine, I overwatered it. I probably would still overwater it now, but I know a lot more compared to what I knew before. But yeah, there was a time I think they were selling super cheap at my local nursery, like was it $1 or $2 or something? I don't remember. But yeah, definitely a plant that I wouldn't want to spend too much on, but if I needed one, I would come to Home Depot and pick up one. And then over here, they've got some succulents down here for all my succulent lovers. They've got some more at the top. They're for $4.98. I can really admire the foliage. I can really admire the foliage spikes. I don't know the jargon, but they are nice. Then some cacti over here. These are for the same price, $4.98. It's cute. It's cute. You know what? If I was into houseplants, so I'm not talking as Stephanie right now, but let's say I liked plants. I wanted to have a little something for my desk at my workplace, just a little bit of something. I would honestly get one of these. I would. If I had a desk at an office and I just have a little one of these little grow lights on top, I definitely would do that. I think that's super cool. And then we have some more down here. Always look up because I find a lot of the hanging plants, again, today may not be the best, the prime example, but I do find a lot of times they have hanging plants that look really good. Again, look up for the Pothos and the Brazils. I find they have really good plants that you can choose from. And if you like floor plants, they do have floor plants as well. They always, at least my Home Depots, always have a large selection of floor plants. Usually, honestly, I find they look a little bit tired most of the time, but I find in mid-winter, Home Depot gets like a really big push of new stock. So I think that's a great time if you're looking to get a couple of plants. I find they have great stock, fresh plants at great prices coming in. I'm guessing from Florida, no idea. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the little twist on today's video, what I would get at Home Depot and a couple things I wouldn't get if, yeah, I wouldn't buy from here. So let me know if you like this video, and if you want to see more like it, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Bye.